an escarole salad. What's escarole, you say? I think you saw me get some of that in my garden, if I wasn't mistaken. Got to go over to the fridge and get it. Escarole, radicchio, and endive. Did I tell you that Italians like their lettuces on the bitter side? Well, I'm telling you now. And here they are. I want to talk to you a little bit about them. Here is a wonderful head of escarole. And you remember I showed you in my garden how if you put a board over the top of it when it's planted, you can actually blanch the leaves so that they become a light color, just like this. The interior of this is really very tender to eat in a salad, and I love this in a salad just the way it is. But a lot of people feel you always have to cook escarole, and it just isn't so. But it is dirty, so you really have to clean it real well. So what do I do about that? Well, I tear it up into pieces, and then I get out this jazzy little thing. This is a salad spinner. Now, we all know that oil and water do not mix, and that is so true for a salad. So what I do is I take my leaves, cut them up, or tear them up, put them in my salad spinner, and then fill the salad spinner with water and let the lettuce, whatever lettuce you're using, doesn't have to be just escarole, let it sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and that's going to just perk that lettuce right up. So then you take this over to the sink 5 or 10 minutes later. You drain it by lifting up the basket, pouring off all that water, put the insert back in, and then you have a little fun. Do this, see? And as you spin, you get all that excess water out. Let me show you what I mean. I hope this lettuce cooperates. See? Look at that. That's all excess water that you don't want on your lettuce leaves, whether it's escarole, romaine, or whatever you're using. So I would say 2 or 3 turns like that will help you get all that excess water out, and then your leaves will be much, much drier and easier to combine with all of your other salad ingredients. Okay, so we have got escarole. Put some of that in. Isn't that beautiful? And then with that, we want to have, I like endive with this. Now here's endive. Looks like this when you buy it. I haven't tried growing that yet in my garden. That's a little hard to do for me. But when you buy it, it's often very dirty inside. So you want to make sure that you clean it well. And then you can just cut it up, you see, into very thin pieces, as we have here, and wash it, and that goes in with our escarole. This is a very bitter salad, as I say, because the Italians like lettuces on the bitter side. Here's something I love, and I do grow this in my garden. This is radicchio. This is what it looks like, you see, and it comes from northern Italy. It's just a beautiful red leaf lettuce. It's often grilled, and I'm going to put some of that in, and that just makes a very colorful looking salad. Now, what are we going to do about dressing? Well, for this, we're going to have just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil right over the top. I'm going to give that a toss. Give that a toss first to combine the lettuces with the oil. Then I'm going to add a little salt, about a teaspoon, put that on. Or the other way to do that is to put a little salt in a spoon. I saw this done by a friend of mine in Italy. And then he pours the vinegar right in the spoon, uses his finger to dissolve the salt on the spoon, and puts it on the salad. And this way he's sure that the salt has now been well incorporated with the vinegar. So that goes on. Give that a toss. And then the last thing I love with this is some cheese. And this is a very special cheese. This is a pecorino cheese with peppercorns. It comes from Sicily. And I just take a cheese or a vegetable peeler like this and make shavings of the cheese, trying to get some of those peppercorns right over the salad at the end. And oh, by the way, please keep your cheese covered and stored in damp cheesecloth and then in foil. Doesn't that look good? So that's our third salad. So now we can just get that out of the way. I'm going to talk to you about another favorite.